The controversial Manuel Lancini goal allowed West Ham to overtake Leeds in the FA Cup upstream round. West Ham advanced into the fourth round of the FA Cup with a controlled and largely untroubled victory against Premier League opposition, extending their winning run to 3 games. They deserved to beat Leeds United, creating the clearer chances throughout, though there was a whiff of controversy about the decisive goal, scored by Manuel Lancini and ratified by another fantastically opaque bit of VRNG. In truth, this was not an especially lively or memorable cup tie, and did not really justify its broadcast selection ahead of more dramatic encounters at Tottenham and Liverpool. West Ham have a bigger squad, Leeds have bigger priorities, and the game broke the way one would have expected, with the team with superior depth, and probably more appetite for an extended cup run, never really threatening to lose. West Ham were on top from the early moment. Jarrod Bowen shielded the ball from Junior Firpo, drove infield and fired a skiddy shot wide of the goal. That was a prelude to a bigger chance for the winger a few minutes later. Declan Rice did brilliantly to keep the ball in on the left, then curled a lovely backpost cross which has headed towards Bowen, who struck a swivelling shot from near the penalty spot. The ball beat Meslier, but was cleared off the line by Luke Ayling. Leeds were under siege in the early stages. There was another moment of peril as Bowen and Nikola Vlasic worked the ball to Michail Antonio, just outside the area, whose deflected shot looped dangerously and only just cleared the crossbar. Leeds survived a penalty appeal when a free kick was swung into their area, and Craig Dawson, bringing the ball under control and preparing to shoot, was challenged by the 18-year-old Norwegian centre-back Leo Gelda, whose hand made contact with the bouncing ball. It wasn't deliberate exactly, but it was certainly clumsy, with Gelda's hand moving towards the ball, and he was perhaps lucky to escape unscathed. Gelda certainly had his hands full with Antonio, an engagement which at times resembled an apprentice removal man trying single-handedly to wrangle a large Chesterfield down a flight of stairs. West Ham took the lead with one of the scruffiest goals of the season, and a controversial one too. Leeds defenders got sucked towards one side of the box, Vlasic rolled Gelda and drove into the open space. With Meslier advancing off his line, the young defender made a desperate sliding tackle which half-stopped Vlasic, but before Meslier could get there, the Croatian turned side-on from goal in a kind of splits lunge, stuck out a foot and flicked the ball off the keeper's chest. Lanzini latched onto the loose ball and stroked it into the empty net. There was a VR check, which hinged on whether the clearly offside Bowen had interfered with play. Given that he had run across Meslier, between the keeper and Vlasic, and was inches from kicking the ball before Vlasic got there first, it seemed likely he would be adjudged to be interfering, but the goal was upheld. At the interval, Bielsa swapped 2 of Leeds' young guns for big guns, replacing Lewis Bate and Sam Greenwood with Stuart Dallas and Rafinha, but West Ham continued to be in the ascendancy. Antonio shrugged off Llorente and fired a crisp pass to Bowen, whose angled shot was repelled by the legs of Meslier. Rice cut across a first-time drive from 25 yards, which spun extravagantly high and wide. With 20 minutes to go, Leeds had offered little, until they created perhaps their best chance of the game. Mateusz Klich fired the ball across the goal mouth, but neither Dan James nor Jack Harrison could connect with the cross, and the chance was gone. Back in the Leeds half, Fredericks plucked a long switch out of the air and set off towards the undermanned box. With Bowen screaming for the inside ball, Fredericks instead beat Dallas on the outside and drove the ball agonizingly across the face of the goal. There was one more half chance for Leeds, when Dallas spread the ball wide to Ayling, who fired it into the center. Dawson made a mess of it at the front post, but James couldn't react to the error quickly enough and the ball simply hit him and dribbled behind. West Ham's late second goal was a beauty. Leeds had committed Meslier and 8 outfielders forward for a corner, and when West Ham cleared they had a 2-on-2, and a hastily backpedaling keeper in their sight. Antonio carried the ball with power and purpose, drawing both defenders, then played a gorgeously weighted pass to Bowen, who slipped the ball through Meslier's leg. West Ham, A. Areola 6, R. Fredericks 7, C. Dawson 6, I. Diop 6, B. Johnson 7, D. Rice 8, T. Soucek 6, J. Bowen 8, M. Lanzini 78, N. Vlasic, M. Antonio. Booked, Lanzini.